taking place in that Oroville area.
Right. Want to give you a big picture idea, the different elements that we're talking about with regards to the dam and the spillways. You're all going to be experts by the time we're done with you here. I want to give you a look here. This is Oroville Dam. Here's the main part of the dam over here. We talk about Oroville Dam. It's this stretch right here, an earthen dam. And right now, this is the main spillway. We see this has been working hard here. 100,000 cubic feet per second of water has been flowing out of there, which is what it's meant to do. That's a manageable amount, and though the Feather River down below is running very full, it's fine right now for capacity. The problem that they're talking about here is this stretch of the dam over here. It's called the auxiliary or emergency spillway. That is the cause of concern. This stretch of the dam is lower than the rest of the dam, much higher up here, and it's that way by design. If you think of it as a sink that's got a dip that's down below, when the water fills up and gets to a certain point, not overtopping the sides, but this lower part in front, the water just goes over that edge. That is 901 feet above sea level, and that started happening a couple of days ago. Then, yesterday, because of that water, state water officials discovered that there was erosion that was causing a weakness in the auxiliary spillway, and they were worried that it might actually collapse. That's why they issued that evacuation order. They really thought it was in danger of imminent collapse on Sunday afternoon and ordered those evacuations of all the communities down the Feather River. Here's a map here showing you from Google to give you an idea if you're not really familiar with that area. Lake Oroville up here, here's the dam here, and then the Feather River coming off of that, winding down through the valley, right in through downtown Oroville. And here's an idea of when Courtney's talking about the inundation map, where all that water would go. Right here through downtown Oroville and this whole way out here, and all of these communities down 99, down Highway 70 that would be inundated, and that's why this evacuation order is still in place. Were that emergency spillway to collapse, Department of Water Resources have said it would send a wall of water down the river right into those communities and completely uncontrollable. They've assessed the situation there, working to fix that erosion with those white bags of rocks and boulders that you saw, that they're flying over to the dam to try to get it into that eroded area to shore up that erosion. Hopefully at some point we'll make it safe for people to go back to their homes. But until they feel that that emergency spillway is no longer in danger of collapse, they're just going to have to, people are going to have to find another place to live for now. This again is the main spillway, that water rolling off of that down through into the Feather River. But this is not the cause of concern. It's this area up here that is what they're worried about here, this part of the spillway. No more water is coming over that right now, which is good news. So hopefully that will continue to stabilize. Some incredible aerials that we saw here earlier on Good Day of the water rushing down the main spillway there. Just amazing pictures here, guys, that we just are in awe of, the power of that water coming down that main spillway.
Absolutely, Marianne. When you give that full comprehensive perspective,